Welcome to Champ's Training. How to set up a trigger or a frequency code. Champs uses frequency codes to trigger PMs, calibrations, inspections, giving them a time frame of when they're due. So how do we set those up? Well, here on the trigger summary, you can see that there's some basic triggers already set up for these work documents, like once a week or once a day. But if you want something more complicated, you can add your own. You'll need to supply it with an ID and a description, like most documents in Champs, and which document this is going to be associated to, trigger, calibration, or inspection. But the interesting part comes in on the occurrence cycles. Now, task on demand just means that that document, it's when you tell it to make a new one, that's when it's going to do it. So there's nothing fancy about that. But daily and beyond, we get some interesting stuff. For a daily occurrence, you can select any day of the week that you don't want it to occur on. So let's say you never want this trigger to generate a PM into a work order on a Wednesday. So no work on Wednesdays. Sounds wonderful. You could just check that box. Or perhaps on the weekends. That's a more obvious example. Maybe you want it to go every other day. So you could say daily, but skip one day. And then it'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, etc. So that's daily. Weekly is the inverse of that. You only want it to occur on the days checked. So let's say Monday. Every week on Monday, or every week either Monday or Tuesday, that's when you want it to go. And then you can again skip weeks so that it could be every other week or every 3 weeks. Monthly numeric gives you the option to pick a specific day of the month on the, say, 25th day of the month, whereas monthly calculated lets you pick an ordinal and a day. So the third Tuesday, for example. That way you know it's always going to happen on a Tuesday and which week during the month you want it to happen. And again, you can skip months, so you skip 2 months, not 3, 2 months, and then you've got a quarterly trigger, 4 times a year. For yearly, it's very much the same as monthly, only on a larger scale. So you could do the third Monday of May, for example. So you can get pretty fancy with these triggers if you want to, and then you can set up your preventive maintenance plan to be exactly how you want it to be. So that's how you'd set up a frequency code or a trigger.